Setup wise, as we said, we'll try to make sure you're in a non-full setup position, okay? Before you had quite a wide stance there with your feet.
Yeah.
You put the ball back, which sort of puts the hands forward more than we want, and you de-lock the club. And then as the club went back, we had quite a lot of wrist. The hands haven't moved very far, and that club's going back with a lot of wrist there. There's your back, and hands haven't moved, okay? What I prefer to see is a slightly smaller setup, bringing it a lot closer together. So you put your centre now left of the golf ball, okay? So there's now this nearer the target with your sternum and your weight. And now as the club goes back here, you can see there's a lot less wrist in that swing. There is wrist hinge, definitely. You're not locking your arms completely, but a slightly sort of shallower swing there with the arms going back and through there is a lot easier swing to manage and maintain and get a consistent strike, okay? Because your centre now being just left, your club's going to bottom out just after the golf ball. So you're striking the ball with a nice sort of gradual descending blow, but not digging down too steep. Because if you put the golf ball back in your stance with a wide stance, the shaft lean now is forward. Now you add wrist hinge, you're coming down this way. By putting it where it was normally and doing this, the shaft's now more neutral, but you're left of the golf club. Take the wrist out of play. The club now is more of a gliding over the surface this way, a lot shallower, rather than here and doing that. Once your club comes down too steep, in the winter you dig and it sticks in the ground. In the summertime it just bounces on the hard ground, and then you've got no technique, and you'll never really get much of a lofted shot with that. Okay, so your pitcher has always come out quite low and fiery. So when you want to play these softer shots as you did with that Sandown 2 or 3 shots ago, very hard to do because the ball's always shooting off the club's face really quickly because you're de-lofting it and just heading down too steep. Okay, so bring the feet in. It just puts your centre near the target. Everything now is basically, I suppose, in terms of that and your weight is left of the golf ball or nearer the target, okay?
Yeah.
Not by moving the ball back, just by moving your body slightly to the left there, just a little bit, okay? And now you can use the full loft of the golf club to send them up in the air. Bit of a scuff behind that, yeah. That was basically keeping your head down too long. Okay? You keep your head down that long, you hit the ground behind the ball, as you did. Okay, your head, when you played that shot there, Bobby, you went, and nothing actually moved. There's no sort of allow this body to twist through and just turn through. As if you just sort of underarm throw. Let the body and everything come through. Don't try and stay down any longer than you need to, okay? Let the body just twist through, and the lower half and everything twist through it. If you stay down excessively, you will just hit the ground behind the ball. And what people feel is this sort of lifting this way, okay, as they've hit the ground, and then the club bounces up. They lift my head. Well, you have after the shot's been hit, but you haven't lifted your head before it. You just stayed down too long, and the actual action of hitting the ground sort of bopped you up this way, lifted it up, rather than actually going that way. Okay, you've got to get that lower half, and the thing's got to be moving a little bit more just with the arms and the chest. Does that make sense then, Bob? Yeah? Good stuff.